Time to hit the road. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
By encouraging new agents to drum up confidence out of nowhere. As a result, they create sales presentations based around an ideal personality of how they expect a salesperson should appear. Tommy watches his dad pitch using analogy, canned one-liners, and a confident delivery.
Fair enough, Doug. Of course, I could get a hell of a good look at a T-bone steak by sticking my head up a bull's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it.
This leaves a huge impression on him and colors the presentation style he adopts throughout the movie. The problem is, Tommy's dad has spent years building a reputation of quality, reliability, and trustworthiness. He can take liberties with his presentation because he has the authenticity to back it up. Tommy does not. So his fake it till you make it strategy starts off hollow and ineffective. But the movie shows a strong characteristic of Tommy Boy, which is required of any new sales rep: bold determination. By persevering through constant rejection, Tommy gains the important experience necessary to refine a quality sales presentation. He recruits his colleague, Richard, to help answer any technical questions about their product while he handles the pitch. Together, they set out to traverse his father's old sales route, and they go through all the classic rookie mistakes. Almost every new sales rep gets hyped after training and feels ready to get it started.
We don't take no for an answer. We don't take no for an answer.
But that's easier said than done.
No.
Okie dokie.
In reality, mustering up the courage to continue a discussion after you hear your first no is an incredibly difficult first hurdle, but it softens over time.
Let me say, maybe.
When they get their first maybe, they finally have an opportunity to engage in a real conversation with their client to move forward with the sale. Richard starts off way too technical and immediately loses his prospect's attention. Then it's Tommy's chance to shine. Here's what happens when you blindly follow fake it till you make it.
What my associate is trying to say is that,
He starts off using simpler language, but clearly shows that their presentation is unrehearsed and improvisational.
our new brake pads are really cool. You're not even gonna believe it.
Two cardinal sins in the world of sales.
Let's say you're driving along the road with your family.
Now, storytelling in sales can be a very effective way to convey your value proposition. It gives a prospect a sense of practical application and helps them connect to the utility of your brand.
Whoa, that was close.
But the presentation flies out of control in a classic Farley meltdown.
Now let's see what happens when you're driving with the other guy's brake pads. You're driving along, and all of a sudden the kids are yelling from the back seat, I gotta go to the bathroom, Daddy. Not now, damn it. Truck tire. I can't stop. Help!
He just doesn't stop.
And your family's screaming, oh my God, we're burning alive.
This scene demonstrates some very common issues with new sales rep presentations. First, Tommy lacks situational awareness. He's so caught up with getting his point across, he fails to observe any cues from his prospect or his colleague. Second, he shows that he's terrible at improvisation, which makes their lack of rehearsal even worse. But above all, the biggest flaw in this presentation is that it was too focused on the pitch itself and not on developing a connection. We get to see some improvement by the time they reach their next prospect. They reach the point where they're comfortable with their first initial rejection and can continue to keep the conversation moving along. But since their only understanding of effective sales presentations were from watching Tommy's father, they focus too heavily on delivering canned one-liners to win the favor of their prospect.
Of course I understand what no means. But if I took no for an answer, I'd probably wind up on a street corner selling spicy hot dogs and wearing a funny hat, right? It makes sense, doesn't it?
Bold one-liners delivered charismatically require practice, experience, and the appropriate context. Richard's approach comes off as inauthentic and doesn't serve to build the relationship.
I don't like you. Probably never will. You're a smug, unhappy little man, and you treat people like they were idiots.
Tommy's father was well known in the industry and developed years of rapport with his buyers.
We both know a guarantee is only as good as the man who writes it.
It was his personal connections that his father had that made him great, not just his witty banter. He brings the conversation to his father's long-standing relationship with the client and leads the conversation to a potential intent to buy. But he gets so caught up at delivering his dad's classic rebuttal.
Hey, I tell you what, you can take a good look at a butcher's ass by sticking your head up there, but wouldn't you rather take his word for it?
He loses his connection to the buyer.
What?
By the end of the presentation, he's falling apart and rants about the brutal honesty of his personal situation.
My whole life sucks. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. My dad just died. I'm out here getting my ass kicked, and every time I drive down the road, I want to jerk the wheel into a goddamn bridge impoundment.
While this ultimately kills the deal and makes him look psychotic, it's the first glimpse of genuineness we see built into the presentation.
Right.
Tommy finally has a real breakthrough during an unlikely sales scenario. In sales, you start off in opposition. A sales rep has a desired action. In this case, Tommy wants to order some chicken wings.
I'll have chicken wings.
Kitchen's closed until dinner. Just got cold stuff and desserts.
A buyer needs to be convinced to aid in facilitating the desired action. Whether it's an endorsement, a sale, or firing up a cold fryer, the goal of a sales rep is to bring the buyer over from the opposing side. He initially makes another rookie sales mistake, starting off with a presentation about himself.
Boy, some chicken wings would really hit the spot. You sure it's closed?
And the response he gets is typical of his strategy:
Let me check. Yep, it's closed.
rejection. But then he does something different. He levels with her. He asks her name. Then he builds upon a mutual connection by explaining that they're both in sales, so he could address her as a peer.
Let me tell you why I suck as a salesman.
He delivers a bold monologue in the typical Chris Farley, larger-than-life fashion.
Well, then I get all excited. I'm like Jojo, the idiot circus boy with a pretty new pet. And then I take my naughty pet and I go... Oh! I killed it! I killed my sale! That's when I blow it. That's when people like us have got to forge ahead, Helen. Am I right?
God, you're sick.
Although it was a bit deranged, it won her attention.
Tell you what, I'll go turn the fryers back on and throw some wings in for you.
Hey, thanks, Helen.
He lets go of trying to be just like his father and develops his own narrative around selling through analogy. He made her feel like a person, just like him, just trying to get through their day. He repositioned his focus from winning her over to making a connection, which ultimately convinced her to fulfill his request.
That 180 you just pulled with the waitress. Why can't you sell like that?
Richard boils down the success of his presentation to confidence. But that confidence wasn't just because he was having a little fun and had nothing to lose. He'd been on the road for weeks at this point, persevering through rejection after rejection, pitching time and again until his initial aha moment. Now, this is a movie, so I don't expect any of you to make a scene at a restaurant in the hopes to convince a waitress to supply you with an off-menu item. But in spite of the predictable results during these scenes, there are clear lessons in the psychology, theory, and practical application of the behavior of these characters. Fake It Till You Make It is designed to guide your behavior, not dictate it. Here are the rules for successfully incorporating the Fake It Till You Make It strategy. Learn the difference between framework and delivery. Follow the framework, but develop your own delivery. Confidence does not come from thin air. Start with the confidence in your ability to grow and learn. Trust in the vision of your company's leaders. But you won't be able to do any of that without trying in the first place. Look deeper into successful sales tactics. What works for others may not work for you. It's important to examine why something works in order to make it your own. The final sales scene of the movie shows us the characters have progressed to the point where they're finally getting committed interest, but have to overcome unique objections to the sale. The prospect's hesitation to buy is marginal, but valid. He wants a guarantee. The pair actually respond with appropriate rebuttals, but the prospect's concern runs deeper than simply offering a guarantee. He wants that feature to be showcased to their customers. His concern for presentation over authenticity parallels the lessons we learned throughout the movie. Luckily, our heroes catch themselves from following the same dead-end perspective. Tommy applies a classic sales rebuttal technique by helping his prospect examine the root of the objection. He makes a connection with the buyer by showing that he appreciates their perspective.
Here's the way I see it, Ted. Guy puts a fancy guarantee in a box because he wants you to feel all warm and toasty inside.
Yeah, makes a man feel good.
Of course it does. Why shouldn't it? You figure you put that little box under your pillow at night, the guarantee fairy might come by and leave a quarter. Am I right, Ted?
Despite going off the rails for a bit, he provides valid reasoning behind the perceived value of a guarantee versus the actual value of a quality product.
Hey, if you want me to take a dump in a box and mark it guaranteed, I will. I got spare time. But for now, for your customer's sake, for your daughter's sake, you might want to think about buying a quality product from me.
He makes a lot of sense, and it wins him the business.
Okay, I'll buy from you.
Oh, that's... What?
Cue the 90s winning at life montage.
Yes, I'll buy. Yes, I like what I hear.
Yes, sounds good.
Fake it till you make it can be effective, but it has to be thought of in the right context. Selling requires you to develop your own unique style toward making a connection with your audience. Whether you're a technical expert, have a larger-than-life personality, or you're somewhere in between, you won't know how to find the right voice without getting out there and trying, even if it takes a bit of rejection and a few bumps along the way.
Oh, son of a... That's gonna leave a mark.
Want to learn more about sales theory and pop culture? Be sure to like and subscribe to get notified of our next segment.
تم توريد كمية من المعزول زبدة الفستق والبسكويت.
Video games, they don't have this kind of understanding of the world. They don't have compassion for other people.
No, they don't. And this is really the truth, is that a lot of people are extremely vengeful and angry and vitriolic. And what they do is that they look for somebody that they can use as an outlet for that vitriol that is an acceptable target. So like as soon as they find somebody who they can dehumanize enough to where they can justify treating them really badly, this is when they're really, that's what it's all about, right? And like, so this is one thing that I generally believe is that if you want to figure out why a person does something, figure out what they're getting out of it. And if you can figure out what they're getting out of something, it all makes sense. And I think in this circumstance, a lot of people love the privilege, the moral privilege of being able to effectively curb stomp somebody in the name of, you know, being the good guy, effectively, right? Like you want to figure out a way to be the good person for justice, right? Exactly. It's a power trip, yes.
All they care about is themselves, and
they do.
Forcing their political views on people. And then they cry and get angry when there's any sort of criticism.
Well, it's not about their political views. The political views are simply a vehicle to hold their ego. So, like, a lot of these people, like, they have these political views, sure, but, like, in many cases with people like this that I've known more personally, they're actually very domineering and aggressive and disagreeable about everything. And I think that it's like kind of, you know, like which came first, the chicken or the egg? And these people, this is simply a manifestation of this personality.
And there's no
It's
room
really
for them
about
to gain
power and
any
control
understanding
and making themselves look good.
as a person, to become a better human being. They've closed themselves off to that, and it just breaks my heart. Because one day they will be in a position in their lives where they'll need that experience and those skills to be able to handle what's coming their way, and they won't have that.
Well, that's when they delete their account and they put it on protected. And yeah, it's these people, and also like they don't have any of these skills because a lot of these people are like weird losers. And the thing is that if you were able to look at and review the lives of the people that have these really strong opinions on the internet, you would realize that they're worth pretty much nothing. These are people that aren't successful. They're weirdos. They don't know how to act around other people. Like, as I've said, I think that how many of you guys know people that are like this in your personal life, and you've been able to watch them grow up and get older, and in school, they were disagreeable, annoying, people didn't like them, and then they have evolved into this. Because that's what I've discovered. That's what I've observed myself. Yeah, it's in mirror, exactly, yeah.
And so, I just want to share with you my personal frustration in that I've lost my opportunity to volunteer at the cancer hospital.
Why?
And the reason why I've lost that opportunity
here we go.
is because people from that woke community, the neo-feminists, who do not care about anything but taking control at all costs. They want control, they want power, they want to tear down men. They entered the arrangement at the hospital, and they wanted to have a tight control over everything. And anyone who did not bend the knee, they bullied and pushed out. And so I had been volunteering at the cancer hospital for about a year, and then these woke neo-feminists came in and assumed control and exerted their power in a way that made the environment unpleasant and unmanageable. And so I was pushed out of that environment because I would not bend the knee to these neo-feminists who the internet would describe as woke. But it's more than just woke. It's neo-feminism, and it's not about them fighting for equality. It's them fighting for superiority and control. They don't.
I think this is a huge problem. And I don't think it's a feminist exclusive problem. I think that guys have this happen too. It's hard to really know exactly what happened, right? Because he's talking in such abstract terms. But what I've noticed a lot of, and like I remember a really good example of this is, remember when I was watching that video of the Taliban telling women that they couldn't talk in public anymore? There was a huge amount of like comments in the chat from, I would assume, guys that were spamming based for the Taliban, right? Like they were super, super happy about it. And I think that what's happened is that as people and like genders have been more and more radicalized to become like, distrustful of each other, what's ended up happening is that you have these groups of people. It's like, you don't really hate, like with these women, right? You don't hate men, you hate your ex-boyfriend or you hate your dad. And like with guys, it's like, you don't really hate women, you're just mad your mom treats you this way, or you're mad that your last girlfriend cheated on you. And so I think that there's all these times where people are effectively adopting ideologies in order to cope with personal trauma. And I think that's what happens with, like any sort of extreme feminism, any like red pill stuff, anything like this. Because if you're actively going out and trying to like suppress another group of people, you now are the aggressor. They're projecting. Yeah, they are. And I think that's what happens, is that people use these ideologies as a vehicle for them to express and work through their own personal unresolved trauma. And I see this all the time.
Care about the damage that they cause to the world around them. And I am upset, not for myself, but for the people that I was able to help even a little bit, to bring a little bit of brightness to their day. I no longer can do that in that environment. The other day, I had a disturbing conversation with a lady who I previously had a lot of respect for.
Yeah.
And I was explaining my views that all people are equal. It doesn't matter what your gender is. It doesn't matter what you call yourself with your pronouns. Everyone is equal. Everyone should have an equal opportunity in the workplace.
Yeah, of course.
And she laughed in my face, and she said, "Well, you're wrong." And I was shocked. I thought she was joking, so I froze. And I said, "Excuse me?" I said, everyone is equal. Doesn't matter if you're a male or female. If you're the right person for the job, you should have that job. And she laughed and said, "You're wrong." And she said her reasoning is, for too long, men have been in control, and we need to fix it.
Right.
And by saying we need to fix it, that means you are saying that something is broken.
Well, it's just, again, and I can guarantee you that, you know, assuming all this is true and this is what's happened, I mean, like, is it really hard for us to believe this? I feel like I've heard plenty of people talk like this. Yeah, this sounds like bad fan fiction, I'm not gonna lie. What do you mean? Like, I see people talking like this all the time on Twitter. Yeah, it's extremely common. To say that, like, this is not common is nuts. Heard this at my job? Yeah. Yeah, people, what they do, right? Just, yeah, I think that if you really knew who this person was and you knew everything about their life, you'd probably know that there's a reason why they think this way. Some feminists now believe that it's men's time to suffer. Yeah, I think so. I think that, and this is basically what happens, right? Is there's like a certain subset of like hyper-toxic feminism that fixates around making men live out the oppression or the bad experience that these women believe that women used to live out. That's basically what happens. I see this very regularly.
I had brought up the topic of how Ubisoft had a mentorship program that explicitly excluded males.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And I said, how is it fair that young men who want to have opportunities to work in this space, that is being taken away from them? How is it fair that there are now organizations that are funding and companies that are hiring based on gender and excluding males? What am I supposed to tell young men who want to have an equal opportunity to work in those career fields? Am I supposed to tell young men that they are inferior to someone else because of the way they were born?
Well, they're just offered less opportunities. It's not even being inferior. And the ironic thing is that the implication of needing mentorship programs for just women and non-binary people, which is what he was talking about, implies that they're the ones that are inferior, right? Because they need this extra help. So I find this to be very problematic. I do. And I feel like it's actually just such a extremely easy way to look at the world, right? It's that if you're treating a person differently because of something that they don't have control over, like their gender or their race, you're doing something that's bad. It's bad to do that. Like, I feel like it's such a simple concept that nowadays seems to be lost. Yeah, why is it so hard to be human to them? Well, the reason why is that, as I said before, if you really knew who these people were and you knew enough about their personal life, you could probably understand exactly why they have the viewpoints that they do. It's the same as like how, you know how like, this is like kind of a pretty simple example, right? Where like a lot of college students are in favor of student debt forgiveness, and a lot of people that are millionaires are conservative. It's because most people's political views and most people's ideology just reflects what's in their own best interest. It's not really something that's arrived at by a principle or by any sort of ethical or moral investigation. It's something that's arrived at from working backwards from what is beneficial for me and how can I make this seem like this is the way the world should be. And that's the way that most people have worldviews. That's the way that most people think. And so when you see a bunch of women or people getting together and making opportunities for other women, well, that's because they're doing it in benefit of themselves. That's the reason why. It's that simple. It's the same reason why people are celebrating the Taliban being the fucking Taliban. It's because they view that to be on the same side as them. That's why it happens. And I think also there's a huge problem nowadays that I feel like there is a tremendous amount of, and I don't think this is white guilt, I think this is first world guilt and privilege guilt. And I'm seeing this a lot nowadays where you have people that are fully aware of the inadequacy and the like injustice of the world, right? Like, how is it fair that because of Spawn RNG, you live in a $100,000 or $1 million house, and you know you can go to a good school, but some other kid, you know, has bad Spawn RNG. He's in Africa, and now he's in Joseph Kony's child army, right? Definitely not so good. And so people are able to like internalize that, and they see that, and they realize that they've had a tremendous, and by the way, everybody here is a tremendous beneficiary of privilege. We live in a country, you speak one of the most spoken languages, English, that is in like the first world countries. Many people speak English, huge advantage. You have access to technology, you have access to high-speed internet. Like, you already have like a tremendous amount of privilege just by the fact that you're here. And so a lot of people, when they realize that, and I think this is especially true for like upper middle class people, is that they realize that they have this tremendous amount of privilege, and they have a profound amount of guilt because of that. And so what they do is they look for a way that they can nail themselves up on a cross. Because I think that like suffering is part of the core human condition. And that's why I think, for example, Catholicism is extremely popular, right? Almost all religions are built around, or at least like Western religions, are built around some component of inherent evil. And I think the reason why is that it justifies suffering, and suffering is part of the human condition, and people actually perceive that to be a good thing, and they seek that out. And so it's virtue signaling. It is. It's virtue signaling. But why is it virtue signaling? It's virtue signaling because they are aware. They are aware of how privileged they are and how much of a huge opportunity they have. And they can't cope with that because it's not congruent with the way that they see themselves. And I understand like this is like a really, really long tangent, but I think that's why it happens. It's because these people are aware, and they're not wrong either. It's just that the way that they behave is wrong. Is this resolving anything though? I think it is. If understanding what a problem is very, like, you can't, how can you solve a problem if you don't know what it is? How can you stop something from happening if you don't know why it's happening?
Because of their gender, they deserve less opportunities.
Yeah, of course.
And they are an inferior person.
Yeah, I wonder what her relationship with her dad is. What was her relationship with her last 3 boyfriends?
Because that is what this lady was saying.
Let's be real. Right?
And eventually she just nodded and shrugged and walked away. And that is what we're dealing with here. These neo-feminists that are online, they are not people who care about equality. They don't care about the damage they're causing. They only care to serve themselves. They want control. They want superiority. They do not want equality. And I've been so disturbed from that conversation because I was utterly disgusted that this was someone that I knew in real life. And that we had this discussion, and I said, everyone is equal, and she said, no, you're wrong.
Yeah, of course.
This is the mentality that we are harboring and growing on Twitter. And we can't.
Well, the reason why is it's a bunch of people who are disaffected and angry about the position that they're in.
Never mind.
They feel like they've been mistreated, that people don't like them, that the world is out to get them, or something like that. And the thing is that people are not equal. They're not. Like, straight up. There are some people who are just born losers. They're dumb. They're never really going to amount to anything. They're just like, you know, you spawn in and you have a random amount of talent points. Some people have 5 and some people have 50. That's just the way it is. But treating everybody equally is very different than everybody being equal. And I think this is a big problem that a lot of people don't really understand, is that there is an inherent unfairness. Like, and I noticed this whenever I was in like school, right? Because like there would be some people that could just never figure out math. And it's like, is multiplication really that hard for you? And they just can't figure it out. This is a massive fucking debuff. Like, think about how bad your life must be. Like, this is gonna fuck you up for the rest of your life. Yeah, share the same brain cell. Yeah, exactly. And so, like, that's just the position they're in. They don't trust people who can't understand math. Well, they can't trust themselves. And so what I'm saying is that, like, people are not equal, but they need to be treated equal. That's the difference.
Not allow that evil to spread any further, because that is what it is. To claim that someone else is inferior because of their gender, because of the way they were born, is not acceptable. That is evil. And we can no longer abide by that.
It's not that they... No, the problem... And if you ask the people that think like this, it's not that those people are evil. It's that... actually, yeah, it is. Like, basically. Never mind. Yeah, it is. Sorry, I was thinking about multiple things.
We can't overcorrect, and we can't fight that by saying, oh, women are wrong, women are worse. Yeah. No.
And you're seeing this too. You're seeing a huge, like the whole red pill Andrew Tate, like thing. Like here, I want to show you guys the Taliban interview. Basically said women are banned in Afghanistan. Why is BBC being pretended to care about Afghanistan women? How to save them? I don't know. They didn't take control. They regained what was rightfully theirs. So, I just want you guys to see that this is something that's manifesting itself all over on the internet. And to be honest with you guys, I'm surprised that there weren't more comments like that. Each of these extremes continually fuel each other. They do. Yeah, women need to help themselves. Everything won't work. I feel like the book said more terrorism in the future. Yeah. And so this is what's happened, right? Is like this mutual escalation has happened. And I think the reason why it's happened is because you have people that are mentally ill that are dictating the rules for engagement in real life, the way that men and women should act towards each other, or like black and white people should act towards each other. And all these people are describing a scenario that they don't truly understand. Because like, I remember, do you remember that Josh, like, you know who really put it super well? Is Josh Strife-Hayes. Because somebody asked him, how do you talk to women? And he said, you're thinking of the wrong question. You should think about how do you talk to people. And that's the problem, is that people don't think that way. He's completely fucking right, you know? And by the way, I think he's married too. So, you know, it seems like it worked. And so that's the right way that you act towards people. And like that type of mentality and that type of thinking isn't really used as often because it doesn't appeal to people who feel like they've been disaffected or disenfranchised by, you know, a culture. Anyway, I can move on. I have a lot to say about this. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's equal. There is no argument about that. And I know that by speaking out like this, by creating these industry speeches, I know what the consequences of my actions are. Before I made these speeches, I had to think very carefully. Because as a public speaker, as a presenter, I understand the deeper implications of what you say, how you say it, where you say it, and when you say it. And I know that I am receiving personal attacks now. My works that I've created, my games are being attacked.
Of course.
And I know that in the future, I will be review bombed. Anything that I...
Yeah, and this happens with me too, right? I mean, like, if I speak out against something, everybody on Twitter is trying to fucking, like, shit on me. They're insulting the way I look, etc., right? This is just the way it is. It's like, yeah, you step into the arena and you're gonna get dirty.
Publish Now will be negatively review bombed. And I will be criticized, and I have accepted that. There's only two things I could have done. I could have kept my mouth shut and done nothing.
Well, that's what they want you to do. They want you, because like if you criticize people's like thinking, like their like political ideology, and this happens too with right-wing people too. Like, for example, I've had instances where I was like critical of right-wing things, and then I had like a huge amount of people that would like mass downvote my videos and like put a bunch of like really negative comments and like be super aggressive towards me. Yeah, it's just extremism and zealotry, right? That's it. And the internet and like social media has like been, as I said, a force multiplier for that.
Or I could have spoken up for the developers who are caught in this very unfortunate development in the industry, who do really believe in what they're working on. They really care. They want to make games using their passion and their skills and their art, and they're forced into these really awful situations. And I want to speak up for gamers so that they understand that they have a voice, that they are being heard, and the industry does need to hear this. And I have accepted the consequences of my action, that there will be negative repercussions for me, and I've accepted that. And that's
the right way to look at it, is that a lot of people go and they get upset when other people disagree with them or get mad at them. Like nowadays, whenever I see people that are mad at me or like trying to like fucking do whatever, that's just the way it is. I think like trying to face off against reality and like getting mad that like, oh, why am I being treated this way? This is unfair. This is wrong. Very, very bad way to look at things. Terrible way to look at things.
How
of course you're going to have people fighting you.
In order to get the ship back on track.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep making these industry speeches, and I don't like making them. So I will only speak when it is absolutely necessary. I will do what the industry needs of me, and it's not because I want to, but it's because it's what is needed of me. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care of yourselves. I want my next videos to just be fun.
Yeah,
just something fun.
I don't have
I will keep creating the character analysis videos. I think those are a lot of fun.
Yeah, those are good.
And I'm really enjoying hearing from all of you. Take care, everyone. I'm going to enjoy a coffee. Be well.
So yeah, a lot of people linked me this video, want me to take a look at it. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think that he's right. about a lot of this stuff, and I think that the issue is that there is a handful of people that like inserting themselves and pushing agendas and then using everything to as a vehicle to push that agenda, and they've convinced themselves that so much that this agenda is like the battle between good and evil that they feel completely comfortable dehumanizing and then destroying people who disagree with it. I think this has happened. It's happened throughout all of human history. I think I think it's a core human behavior. It's not something that we're going to unlearn. If people were doing this 100 years ago, people were doing this 1,000 years ago. They're doing it 10,000 years ago, and so and they will probably be doing it 1,000 years from now. So I think that if you speak out against anything like this, you can absolutely expect to have people hate you. You can expect to have people try to like shut you down and to like say mean things about you, to threaten you. Like every single day I have people threatening to kill me, people telling me I should kill myself, all this kind of stuff. And so if you don't want to have that type of reaction, the only way is to get out of the kitchen. Can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's the way it is. And it's never gonna go away. It's never gonna stop. It's never going to let up. People are not going to feel sorry for you. They're not going to give a shit. And so, and again, like this is not, it's not a nice thing to say, right? It's not nice, but I think it is very true. And I think it's a better way of coping with reality.
We are 5 families.
Playing it after Wukong, it certainly seems like not as good as Wukong, right? For sure. But I played it quite a bit yesterday, and I would have played it more if I could. This game versus Lords of the Fallen. I like this game more, but I haven't played the recent Lords of the Fallen. So we're gonna get into it. The bias, yes. I don't know about that. I try to be as fair as I can be. Yeah. I try to be as fucking fair as I can be. And also, like, you gotta keep in mind, like, this game is like, any Souls-like, I will play it. That's it. I'll play it, because I just like playing these games. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole reason. Fuck! Update BIOS. I'm not updating the BIOS. You know what the update for my BIOS is going to be? A new motherfucking computer. Fuck that. The CPU is the final boss. This is the Intel boss. Software just distributed for your PC. I'm actually going to unbox one of those probably. Like I was talking to them about it. I just, like, as I said, I have so many things that just get kind of lost in translation because of how much shit's going on in my head. Yeah, call the Micro Center, get your new computer. No, I can just get it delivered even. I just haven't really wanted to set everything up. Like, that's just the facts. Going to AMD next? No, I don't think I'm going to go AMD. Okay, all right, we're back. All right, here we go. Okay, I want to go and, like, last night, I was playing, but I stopped. Oh, wait, is there a... Ooh, what's this? What's this? Give me that. Ammonia. Oh, that's actually big good. Epistite fragment, what's this? Fragment of Caravaggio. Damn, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this?
We seek aid, not to annoy. Yes. Finally.
Okay.
We are free.
Quinta, Mother, goddess of life,
Oh.
and death is hidden.
In Phalasia resides Veltha, goddess of war.
And deep beneath Litunia lay Letha, the unknown.
I don't give a fuck.
Seek all three, and the full might of our forge we can unfold.
Okay. So can you do the stuff? Talk or buy? Okay. So I can buy all this stuff if I want. Wait. I can buy a pizza, but it's $100,000? What kind of a pizza is $100,000?
Keep left.
What kind of bullshit is that? I'm trying to see if there's anything special I need to buy. Okay. It's Dubai prices? Yeah, I guess so. The pizza's from a Goofy movie? Yeah, I guess so. Second. Alright, so we talked to this. Can I upgrade my weapon yet? I don't think I can. This is the bad one. This is the bad one. I don't want to do that one. Ooh, I need to get those blocks. Okay, and then for masks. This is all garbage. I don't want any of this. I still don't have that yet. I don't know which one of these I should upgrade. 'Cause didn't I get a hammer one? The door mace, powerful heavy attack. That seems really good too. Meteoric impact. That's a pretty big dick thing. Maybe we should go with this. The Harpon. Think I should level up the Harpon? Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. But I can only do one double upgrade. Should I just go ahead and just double upgrade it right now? And say fuck it? It's done. I already did it. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, like, why not, right? Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Okay. Let's go back this way. Stop looking at dicks. I can't.
What cursed creature doth scurry in the shadows?
Okay.
What forgotten hole did he crawl out?
I'm gonna look around to make sure there's anything else I need to explore. Okay, we already know where this is. We know where that is too. What's this horse shit? What the fuck is this? Acquired sacrificial knife. What the fuck? A sacrificial knife. I don't know if I want that. That seems kind of bad. Let me upgrade my character too. Okay. And let's level up. I think we're gonna go with more points into damage. What do you guys think? Yeah, we're doing it. Fuck it. Damage is all... Yeah, just dodge, right? And also, I'm not getting health checked. Like, I've gotten a lot of points into health anyway.
Alas, Arlecchino was always Sani's favorite. Well, we got the last laugh.
Ooh.
So, onwards, onwards! The sun-soaked shores of Felicia Magna await!
Okay, so if I have to go over there, then let me see if there's anything behind here. I feel like they've got to hide some... Yeah, I fucking knew it. Wait, Theater's Ultra Greatsword. What? I feel like it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, I don't even know if it's that good. Because I feel like I already had one that was... Oh. $226. And how does that compare to this one? It's actually not as good. Like, this one's better. What's the scaling? D&D? I don't know if it's really worth doing. Yeah, I'm not sure, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and fast travel back over to the Field of Beginnings, because that's where it told us to go to. In the boss room where you fought the robed priest, there's another boss battle now? Wait, what? Wait, really? If this boss isn't there, you're getting banned. You don't want to get banned, do you? Looks like somebody's about to get fucking banned. You lying fucking bitch. Wait, travel to old section. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Why are you here? What have you done?
Why'd she do so much damage? Is she healing? I think she's healing.
What a lovely decoration your wood will make.
Okay. All right, parry god time. Okay. Oh! 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 Get out of here, bitch! I don't know how I parried that. Actually, yeah, I do. I had to jump. I thought I could parry through it. Alright, I know what to do. Where is bitch at? Come here, bitch.
You.
Come here, you fucking bitch.
Why are you here?
Come here.
What have you
What are you
done?
doing? What are you doing to my game? What are you doing to my game? Oh. There it is. Oh. 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 Oh.
chance again.
We got phase 2.
Chance.
That's fine. We do a
Yes.
phase 2. Let's go.
Yes. The gift of life. Granted
That's
by
fine.
death.
We do it again.
I will not forget this.
Oh, she dead? Damn, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. I only had to heal one time. I got 60,000 out of that? Holy. I just got fucking paid. We got her ass? Yeah, exactly. What's this here? We got half a pizza. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what the hell even that was. Okay, let's level up. All right, so we're gonna put some more points into... I'm thinking like maybe we get a little bit of points into elemental damage. Like I'm thinking about elemental, like maybe 2 points into elemental. And then I'm thinking about like, we just big dick. I'm thinking we big dick into assassin. Like this. Everything. Put all the points into it. Wow. Okay. Let me go do that. Go this way. That was easy. Play with controller? I have to. There's no key binding options for keyboard and mouse. It's kind of shitty, but it is what it is. We gotta get some more nuggets so I can upgrade my weapon again. I keep forgetting that I have spells. Like, the only spell I need is hitting him with my weapon. I'm gonna wait for a second. Ooh, this is it. So the door's open. Huh? Oh, I forgot this nasty ass bitch that was sitting here.
Go straight.
Okay. Let's go. Seems like a nice place. What's he doing? Do it. Do it. See what happens. See what happens. What? What? I'm sick? More like I'm sick of this boss. What's wrong? What's wrong, pussy? Oh, that's just too bad, huh? Get out of here, bitch.
No. Onwards! Onwards! The sun-soaked shores of Felicia Magna await!
I'll just kill him. Guys, did I just get... I think I just got 3 nugs. I'm pretty sure I just got 3 nugs. I did? Yep, let's upgrade again. Fast travel. I guess I'm just gonna upgrade right here. I know there's one right here. Last game gets 6 out of 10. I haven't played it that much. I'm figuring it out. Oh, it said blocks, not nugs. I need blocks. I went to the wrong place. I guess I might as well upgrade again, right? Level up. I'm gonna put 2 more points into health now. Because, like, I felt like I was getting kind of low there fighting him. Okay, let's go back. Where the hell was I? Yeah, I was right here. Check out your new masks. I did. None of them really gave me any value. Like, I didn't see anything that, like, they did that was, like, good. I'm gonna try and go this way first and just see what happens, right? This is a fireplace. Shred of Caravaggio. A for open. That didn't do shit. Wait, what was this option here? Did I have an option? I don't know what the hell that was. Okay, let's go back. You seen Kai Sekiro? Yeah, I did. How many times do y'all think he's gonna die? Falacia Magna? I think he's probably gonna get killed. I'm thinking like 250 times. Damn. Look at this place. Holy. No, I think Kai's gonna clutch up on Sekiro. I really do. I think he's gonna clutch up. What's this loser want? What are you doing in my game? What does he think he's doing in my game, bro? What an idiot. This guy's got a staff. He's gonna cast some spells or some shit. Nope. Place.
Such joy filled these shores once upon a time.
He dead. Who's hitting me? You son of a fucking bitch. Fuck out of here. Alright, they're dead. Nothing's over here. Oh, we got 2 blocks. Boys, we just need one more, then we upgrade the weapon again. Oh. One more? Yeah. Man, these guys are losers, huh? What's he doing over there? I hate it whenever they don't die in one hit, man. That's always so annoying. It wastes all my time. I got another spear thrower at me. Who's this guy? Yo, what up? I seek an old friend. He's here somewhere. Okay, well, we gotta go find him. Ooh, I can go down that way. Do it. Ooh, what an idiot. Alright, I'm gonna go up first, actually. Hit him? No, I don't want to. I guess we'll go down first. I don't know what the hell that was. I didn't do the parry animation. Not a big deal. Woo! What are we doing? Watch this. Just doesn't matter, bro. Damn, I didn't expect them to just die like that. Alright, come on, I need to block. Fuck. That's it? There's nothing else over here? Fuck. Shit. We gotta go to that castle, I bet. This is a big-ass fucking area. Okay, so there was a... Oh, wow. Okay. So probably got to go down. You guys see that loser down there? Who the fuck is hitting me? I'm actually getting annoyed. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, blue boy? Little bitch. Okay, so there's a guy down there, and I'm gonna check this way first. It looks like I've got to go down that way. I think if I jump down, I'll take damage. Oh, come on. It's pretty slow. Apparently my roll attack is slower than my base attack. I've never really done that before, so kind of made a mistake there, but it's okay. Alrighty, we'll just keep making our way downtown, I guess. Right? Yeah. Ouch. It's just the way it is. Do it. What an idiot, bro. What an idiot. Ooh. We got another fucking nug, man.
Turn right.
Damn it, bro. These crabs are no joke. Wait. Are you telling me the crabs are stronger than the NPCs? Like the men here? That's sad, bro. Palacio Shores. Valuable shell. I got one of those. I might need to heal soon. I'm getting kind of low. I need one more nugget, bro. Who the fuck is this? What do you want? Hey! Hey, you son of a bitch! Do it again, see what happens. That's smart, don't. Okay. Okay. What? What? What?